Happy New Year! And are you ready for a brand new year of Royal Caribbean cruises, including a lot of changes coming to the cruise line? I've got a list of them up next. Hey everyone, it's Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. 2023 is here, and that means there are going to be several changes coming to Royal Caribbean this year that you should be aware of. So today I wanted to go through what those changes are because there's going to be a lot of them, from a new main dining room menu to a perfect day at Coco Cay expansion. Knowing what's new with Royal Caribbean can help you book, plan, and of course, enjoy your cruise vacation. You know, in 2022, we saw a lot of major changes for Royal Caribbean, including the return of the entire fleet to service and the launch of Wonder of the Seas. And every year brings the opportunity for more innovation and new projects. After all, while Royal Caribbean, is going to deliver an amazing cruise vacation every single year, they also have a couple of firsts and additions and changes you should be aware of. So today, I've got 5 changes coming to Royal Caribbean in 2023 you should definitely know about. Starting with number 1, a new main dining room menu. One of the biggest changes announced for 2023 off the bat is Royal Caribbean's new main dining room menu, which should be rolled out in January 2023 across the fleet. The menu features dishes from new cuisines each night while still offering several of the old menu's most popular dishes. Royal Caribbean tested a new main dining room menu on Symphony of the Seas in the fall of 2022, and it makes it the first new dining room switch in over 5 years for the cruise line. A main reason that Royal Caribbean wants this change to happen is for quicker service in the dining room. And in addition to that, Royal Caribbean is hoping to change the average dinner time in the main dining room from about 90 to 120 minutes down to about 75 minutes or so. Now, there's also some other changes with the main dining room menu you should be aware of. Number 1, it looks like the lobster option is now going to be limited to 1 that's complimentary, and any additional have an additional cost to it. In addition, the classics option is no longer offered, meaning there won't be a standby option of the same menu items every day of the cruise. Now, don't worry, there will still be a beef and poultry and pasta and seafood and vegetarian option offered every day of the sailing. And to be perfectly fair, as of the recording of this podcast, we still don't know what the final menu is going to look like. In talking with Royal Caribbean, they said they were going to take time over the holidays to finalize the menu, as they've been going through some variations and changes. But Royal Caribbean really feels the new menu will increase quality and consistency of the dishes offered with hotter, fresher, and more consistently plated food. Another change you can look forward to at the end of 2023 is an adults-only beach at Perfect Day at Coco Cay. Hideaway Beach is going to be the new adults-only area of Perfect Day at Coco Cay, which of course is Royal Caribbean's private island in the Bahamas. It's expected to open in late 2023, and my expectation is it's going to be much closer to the end of the year than maybe, the beginning of the last quarter. The project was originally announced in September of 2021, so it's been a bit delayed, but Royal Caribbean seems pretty confident it's going to open by the end of the year. The complimentary area of Royal Caribbean's private island is going to be located adjacent to Thrill Water Park, although we still don't know much about what the area is going to look like, what's going to entail, or anything like that. The only thing we do know is that Hideaway Beach will increase the island's capacity by 3,000 guests, and it will be the only adults-only area of the island. From what I've gathered in talking with Royal Caribbean about the details of this project is that it sounds like it'll be towards the end of the year, and if I had to put a pin on a date, and again, I don't know more than all of you, I think we're going to lean more towards December than, say, earlier in the year, but you never know with these kinds of things. But looking forward to a new area, again, only available for adults. Something else will be happening throughout 2023 is going to be the finishing of the construction of Icon of the Seas. Now, the first sailing of Icon with paying passengers won't occur until January 2024. But throughout this year, we're going to see Icon of the Seas go from under construction to basically ready to go. In early December 2022, Icon of the Seas was floated out at the Meyer Turku shipyard in Finland, marking a new construction phase for the ship. The construction will continue over the next several months, and the ship is expected to have sea trials in May or June of 2023. Now, following the sea trials, Icon of the Seas will be delivered to Royal Caribbean in the second half of 2023. Now, delivery marks the shift in ownership from the shipyard to Royal Caribbean, but that doesn't mean it's ready to go yet. Because it's the first ship in the class, they're going to need a lot of time to tweak and modify it to make sure it is ready for paying guests. And as I mentioned, the first paying guests won't be on until January 2024. I'll certainly be on there with full coverage with RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. But this year is going to be a lot of reveals along the way. Royal Caribbean, when it comes to new cruise ships, loves to sprinkle information over time. They're not going to give us every single detail up front and then just leave everything else until the ship arrives. They like having that marketing cycle continue to churn month after month. So we're going to get more information about restaurants and things to do on board and a variety of other surprises we still don't even know about. So if there's going to be a theme to 2023 as it relates to Icon of the Seas, expect a lot of new details to emerge over the next 12 months because Royal Caribbean is not only building the ship, but also they want to continue to build that hype and excitement for the ship by dropping little tidbits along the way. So this year is going to be marked by a lot of Icon of the Seas news. Also, something else happening in 2023 will be Royal Caribbean's first world cruise. In October of 2021, Royal Caribbean announced its first ever world cruise, a 274-night journey that will visit over 150 destinations in 60 countries. The world cruise is set to go on Serenade of the Seas, and Serenade will depart Miami December 10th, 2023. Then between December 10th, 2023 and September 10th, 2024, Serenade of the Seas will sail around the world in 4 segments. The first segment is the Round the Horn, visiting the Americas and Antarctica. Then you've got the Wonders of Asia and the Pacific, which include a trans-Pacific crossing before visiting Oceania and Asia. Then you've got the Middle East Treasures and Marvels of the Med sailing, which visits the Middle East, Mediterranean, and the Adriatic. And then it concludes with Capitals of Culture, traveling to Morocco, Northern Europe, and the Arctic before a transatlantic crossing. The World Cruise will mark an important milestone for Royal Caribbean, and its success could lead to more world cruises being offered in the future. Now, the first sailing does not begin until the end of the year, but this is going to be a big deal. Royal Caribbean has never offered a world cruise, and if you don't think it's that big of a deal, when Royal Caribbean put it on sale initially last year, boy, there was so much intrigue. It sold out incredibly quickly because there's a lot of people who want to do a world cruise. It's something that Royal Caribbean has never really done before, and the places they're visiting look amazing. And no, unfortunately, I will not be on the world cruise. I would love to, but I think my wife would change the locks on the house by the time I got back. Anyway, it looks like an amazing experience and certainly something to keep an eye on whether you're on board or just interested in the idea of spending an entire sailing going around the world on one ship. Something else new for 2023 will be some new home ports and destinations for certain ships. Harmony of the Seas will set sail from Miami in 2023 for the first time since the ship launched in 2017. It's kind of interesting that an Oasis-class ship hasn't been to Miami yet, but taking the space of Symphony of the Seas, who will be in Europe for the summer, Harmony will offer 7-night cruises from Miami. Also, you'll get Western Caribbean cruises on Harmony of the Seas will visit Roatan, Costa Maya, Cozumel, and Perfect Day at Coco Key. Eastern Caribbean itineraries will differ a little bit, but they'll visit St. Thomas, St. Martin, St. Kitts, San Juan, and of course, Perfect Day at Coco Key. Also new, Brilliance of the Seas will sail to Alaska during the summer 2023 season for the first time, at least for Brilliance anyway. She'll offer 7-night cruises from Vancouver, which include stops in Juneau, Sitka, Skagway, Ketchikan, Tracy Arm Fjord, and Icy Strait Point. Now, that's my list of 5 things, but there's going to be plenty more around the year. Certainly, this list is kind of limited to what we know is coming for the year, but I think it's very likely we're going to learn more about Utopia of the Seas, which is going to be the next, maybe last, new Oasis-class cruise ship, and hopefully we'll get some more information during 2023. Utopia of the Seas is currently under construction, and her delivery date is expected sometime in the second quarter of 2024. So again, just like Icon, we're going to get some more information about it. When it comes to new ships in general, Royal Caribbean wants us focused on the next new cruise ship, not 2 or 3 down the line. So don't expect a ton of information about Utopia, but she'll be hot on the heels of Icon, so more reveals about that are possible. In addition, Royal Caribbean may also announce more information about port projects that have been on hold since the pandemic. Things like the Perfect Day at Alepa in Vanuatu or the Royal Beach Club in Nassau. They've been delayed, but not canceled, and Royal Caribbean seems pretty adamant that they're going to hit the resume button soon, so hopefully we'll get some more information about them here in 2023. Let me know in the comments below, what are you most excited about? What projects are you really keeping your eye on for 2023? And what are you most excited about when it comes to going on a cruise this year? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. That way YouTube lets you know when we have a brand new video to share. This has been Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. We'll talk again real soon.